at this point where I was forced to listen to their music and study it so I could actually know what to say for this video. I still can't tell the difference between these niggas because they all sound the same, bro. That's the problem. All these whiny ass niggas rap and run on sentences, and it's the quickest way to give me a fucking migraine listening to this shit.
He genuinely hates this shit. Some of it I'll find a couple songs in the mix of it and be like, I can fuck with this, but every bit of it sounds like what everything in his soul. He's like, man, I don't fuck with this one bit. That's awful that you had to do that for your assignment, but I feel it though. I feel it. All right, here we are. Good evening. It's time for another weekly batch of music. Well, this one's about music, but you know, weekly batch of reactions. Good evening. It's the man GitzCuddy Unhinged. What's poppin'? Tonight we are listening to Sneaky Link music. Yeah, let me go at theater mode. Pop this up for y'all. Now, if you were looking, the title Sneaky Link music is by, who is that? UVXCX. I don't know who this is, but it popped into my feed and it says Sneaky Link music with a picture of Huncho on it. And I looked at a little bit of the comments before I just hit record a second ago, and this is what we're talking about. Zeus Network music. Y'all know the Lemmy Long? She want that Ding Dong King Kong through her Lululemon thong. We got fucking 20v1 Pop the Balloon music. My baby daddy ain't shit ass music. Shade Room rap, etc, etc. It just gets worse as you trail down. But I guess that's what we're gonna be listening to tonight and see what's popping. But let's see what UVXCX got to say.
As a thank you, you know.
Also, give me a second to warm up my vocal cords. I just woke up from a nap, and it's about to be 3 a.m. as soon as it hits 1, because it's that daylight savings hour. If you want to see some gaming, go hop over to GitzCuddy. That's the gaming channel. This is GitzCuddy Unhinged, where I do live commentary and reactions.
Follow my Instagram. Love y'all. So let me first explain something, because I know you see the thumbnail and might be like, what on God's green earth does low vibrational
lash tag music? Now see, that right there makes a lot more sense to me, because I know exactly what that means and what it sounds like. I mean, when you see Huncho pop up, who does that tell you to think of? You got probably a good idea of who was popping in the head. By the way, that's what we sipping on. Some Santa Cruz organic lemonade. Yes, sir.
Lash tag music mean. So have y'all ever been in like the whip with someone, or getting your hair cut, or for my ladies, you know, you're getting your install done, your nails, whatever. I'm not gonna lie, sorry to alienate my white fans yet again, but long story short, been around, you know, a black person playing some super hot bullshit, and you know that you would only hear in the barbershop. I've decided to coin the phrase for this form of audio horseshit as Sneaky Link music.
Audio horseshit. Wait a minute. This sounds like my community. Not the type of music, but what our creator here. It sounds like my type of guy. Cause me personally, some of it hits. There's a couple Huncho songs that I ain't gonna lie, I'll be like, it's quick and it's simple and it does the job. But it's not nothing that's gonna be lasting me too long. I ain't gonna lie.
If you a girl, listen to Huncho. Yeah, messing with that too, bro. Cause that just screams like, I just know you taking birthday pics, you know, on a Uber black truck. I'm just knowing, bro. Like,
I could be at my lowest point in life, and on Jesus Devontae Cross, you will never catch me listening to Huncho. I'm sorry. You just won't catch me. I could be.
Now, I don't think it's that bad where you gotta put it on Jesus Devontae Christ. But at the same time, though, there's so much more shit you could be listening to. But like, for them to shoot Huncho specifically is kind of crazy. But like, why the hell you tripping? That shit blowing me. That's it.
Down
though.
my last dollar, just got evicted from the crib. You know, fired from my job. You know, someone says turn on that Huncho, nigga, I'm slapping.
Dude, I tried to get into.
I ain't gonna lie, exactly. Like, everything is, I'm down on my ass right now, and that's the last thing I want to fucking hear is some Sneaky Link lash tag low vibration shit. Like, nigga, turn this off, bro. I'm trying to get some motivation and elevate in my life. All this nigga is doing is complaining about hoes.
Huncho's music, man, but I just can't get into it. It always sound like where you going, where you man, beep boop boop bop boop boop bop. Like, god dang, dude. Like, all he knows is betrayal. And then he raps like he in front of a fan or a harmonica.
Walk with me, understand you.
He raps like he in front of a fan or a harmonica.
Today, I decided to break it down because for as long as I've been conscious, right, this form of music has been the absolute worst form of rap, R&B, hip-hop bullshit, whatever you want to call it, I think exists. You know what's so crazy too? I think this form of music is what actually pushed me to discover different kinds of music too, because when I tell y'all it's horrible, heed my goddamn warning, man. In order to break this form of music down though, we need to take a look at the main perpetrators that produce this garbage.
Yep.
Well, actually, it's not garbage, and I'll explain that later into the video, but anyway, I unfortunately had to search for this kind of music and listen to it to make sure it's exactly what I was looking for. And I guess the fortunate part is that it wasn't exactly hard to find. Some of the perpetrators I could
Bro, have y'all ever done that where you try to you're like, man, I need to find some new music, but it's just everything outside of what I normally listen to, it just doesn't hit. So then you take that sacrifice and just be like, okay, I'm gonna actually sit here and listen to some shit that I don't normally listen to, and I'm gonna listen to a full album and try not to skip it. And then you sit there and you listen, you might hear a beat or something that catch you, but it's just like, yeah, this explains exactly why I stayed away from this shit, because this shit is fucking trash. It's just fucking trash.
personally come up with were Huncho, Lil Baby, Rod motherfucking Wave. Oh, and that weak ass No Cap nigga. And I don't care that I live in the same state as this nigga. His music is ass as fuck. And YTB Fat
I don't
as
even
well,
know who.
just for shits and giggles. So
I don't
I'll
know who
try
either
my
one of them
best
two
to
are.
explain
No
what
Cap and
sneaky
YT,
link music
whoever that
actually
last
sounds
nigga
like,
was.
because it's hard to explain, but it's also not at the same time. It's kind of weird. So basically, it's like pain rap, maybe, but it's so
Yeah,
mundane that I wouldn't even call it that either.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna just throw it out there. There's one specific song by Huncho that I actually fuck with too tough. It's called Joe Sex. That's the one right there. What you doing, my baby? Come out. All the time I've been fucking you, bro. Real bit dodging out, pussy out, pull out your pussy. That shit is a fucking banger. I don't give a damn what this nigga talking about. But everything else, you can have it. You can have everything else. But that one, you can erase his whole catalog and keep that shit right there. That one, and maybe the song Yes, but that's gonna be like, if you, I don't know a top 5, but keep Cho Sex #1 and then Yes #5, and then everything else can just get deleted. But for sure,
basically it's a nigga moaning and whining about a girl or how trash his life was or is, whatever, or a nigga trying to spit game. I don't know, there's a certain sound to it, bro. If you, god damn, got a nigga stuttering. If YTB Fat as shit came on and you told me, well, first of all, I'm gonna tell you to cut that shit off. But if you told me that it was Huncho or No Cap, I dead wouldn't be able to tell the difference. I would probably believe you, even at this point where I was forced to listen to their music and study it so I could actually know what to say for this video. I
feel
still
so
can't
bad
tell
for
the
you.
difference between these niggas because they all sound the same, bro. That's the problem. All these whiny ass niggas rap and run on sentences, and it's the quickest way to give me a fucking migraine listening to this shit. But here's the
Okay.
thing, bro. Look.
he genuinely hates this shit. I some of it I'll find a couple songs in the mix of it and be like, I can fuck with this, but every bit of it sounds like what everything in his soul, he's like, man, I don't fuck with this one bit. That's awful that you had to do that for your assignment, but I feel it though. I feel it.
Look at the views of these artists. You would see these views and be like, well, goddamn, it can't be that bad. People obviously like it. I don't know why I just did a country accent. And yeah, I agree. People do like this shit. Someone is gonna be in the comments of this video telling me I don't know what the hell I'm talking about, or my takes are ass because I don't sit up and cut on Huncho. No, I won't allow Huncho slander. I won't allow Rod Wave slander. I guess I asked you, bro. But let me explain the kind of person that will listen to this type of music. Do y'all remember in my Artists That Should Just Stop video where I said there's certain kinds of music listeners that just don't care about the integrity of a song or whatever I said? The casual music listener doesn't care about the integrity or why a certain song is happening. As long as they can bob their head and shake some ass, they quite literally don't care.
I need to find that video because I have a similar take. So after this one, I might just have to do that one as part of the batch.
Those are the kinds of people who listen to this shit, bro. Niggas who just got out of prison need some motivation. For my ladies, the nigga that's trying to pick you up and bring you to his mom's crib and he got the red lights on as soon as you walk in the spot, talking about some damn, you trying to watch a movie? Those niggas. The low exposure chicken Alfredo mixed with Hennessy after a 2-hour wait Sheehan Hall people, bro.
Oh, no.
These are the kinds of songs that would be in the background.
Oh my god, them used to be the ones that be having me on FaceTime. So I just got the. Are you listening? Yes, you just got the such and such from Shein, and you said you just picked this up yesterday, right? Oh my god, yeah. So okay, listen, and then they just keep going for a 7-minute yap, and you're just like,
Background of like football highlights.
Crazy.
I don't know. Like it's noise pollution. I'm so nonchalant music. This unemployed nigga music. This Amazon warehouse employee music. I'm sorry.
Damn.
Keep
Come
going.
on, y'all.
I'm
Amazon.
sorry. I'll stop. Long story short, these sorts of people, and if the shoe fits, wear it, bro. These types of people will dead ass genuinely listen to anything you put in their ear. They just want to hear music, and that's kind of the best way I could explain.
That's what he just said. Noise pollution for sure. That's absolutely. They just need to hear anything. It doesn't need to make sense or nothing. They just need to hear something in the background.
Playing these artists' music. It's just music. It's just that. Remember how I said I'd come back to how it's not garbage? It's not garbage because it's neither good or well, actually, in my opinion, it's pretty bad. But to the masses, it's just that. Music. It's the most mind-numbing nothing burger rap music you will ever listen to, where it's a repetitive ass beat and a guy rapping about literally nothing for 2.5 minutes. It literally sounds like they got paid to make the song. Does that make sense? Like, yes, they're getting paid to make it, but like, if you were to cut on Huncho or
Yeah, like he doesn't really want to do this shit for real. It was just like, oh, bro, you really want me to say this? Yeah, bro, make the song and I'll put such and such behind your name, bro. Promise, I promise. Nick, it's not even about the production part of him making the music. It's just about like, yo, we need you to put this out there for us, bro. Please, I'll give you $20 if you had us, like type of shit like that.
No Cap's music and be like, what was this song about? I dead ass couldn't tell you, bro. Because more often than not, their music isn't really about anything. They just want bread. And there's gonna be some lame ass Poindexter in the comments talking about, oh, but he's speaking that real shit. You just don't know, UV. You just don't get it because you don't relate to it. And the reason this video was slightly hard for me to make is because you're right. It's genuinely hard for me to explain what this music sounds like. I would tell you to go listen to it and hear it for yourself, but I'm gonna just keep it a goddamn beam, bro. I don't want these niggas getting any more streams than they already do. And I definitely don't want any of you to viscerally torture yourself by listening to it, bro. I actually care about y'all. So I got to a point to where I was like, okay, how do I explain this genre of music? Because I'm struggling. So I decided to individually go through 3 of these artists that I think are, you know, the biggest examples of sneaky link music, you know, what I said earlier. And we're gonna start with No Cap. Seeing that me and bro live in the same state, I unfortunately had already heard of this man long before his music started being heard by the masses.
Okay.
I tried to do some real good hard
That's one thing that I don't have the experience of being from Washington State. Nobody except for, what was that nigga named, Lil Mosey? He was around for 2 minutes and then he got locked up for some weird shit. Yeah, we didn't get to hear about that too much, but
research on how people feel about his music. And well,
whatever project he's gearing up to drop, whether it be EP, album, mixtape, but I feel like he's been doing a lot of self-reflection. And I hear it in this song specifically. This is the type of vibe that really made me a fan of No Cap. He don't get enough credit for this. I don't think Cap get enough credit at all, really.
Now, 2 things stood out to me when I was watching this. Hopefully you didn't skip over it because what I'm about to actually say requires the context of what he said.
okay.
He said No Cap doesn't get enough credit for this type of vibe.
Oh,
And I thought to
brother.
myself,
He's finna go off.
what vibe? Where he
He's
actually
finna
talks
go
about what
off.
he's going through? That's that thing that quite literally thousands of other rappers do. You know how people be like, you gotta hear what he's saying though when it comes to certain artists?
Yeah.
With No Cap, I'm listening.
Hey, no shout out one of my cousins. He also a YouTuber. His name is Jermaine. The A in Maine is dropped for an X though. Look him up. He be doing vlogs and shit. But Jermaine got a habit of doing that shit to me. He be like, no, bro, you need to listen to what Dirk is saying. Like, nigga, Dirk is not really. For me, he's not saying anything. Like I can understand a reference point, but outside of that, the nigga not saying nothing for me, bro.
into what he's saying, and bro, I don't dislike it because I don't resonate with it. I dislike it because the way he's saying it is mind-numbingly boring. No Cap's music literally sounds like he's pulling beats off of free YouTube producers and talking about some shit that I just don't care about.
There we go. Yeah, see, it's like, it's not even that I don't resonate with it. I just feel like it's not nothing like, at one point in my search trying to figure out, I'm like, okay, Dirk is pretty popular right now. He got a lot of shit going on in the media. And it was right before he had dropped the album with Can't Hide It on there. It was right around that time when actually that had just came out. That album had just came out. And I was like looking and I was like, bro, all of his top hits is him as a feature. Like that's the same shit that happened with Tyga. Like, I don't know. So I don't know if I'm missing the point or something, or if I'm not hearing what's supposed to be heard, but it's just not clicking in my membrane up here for some odd reason.
I just hear his music and instantly want to listen to someone else. And that eventually just comes down to the fact that, yet again, this shit is not for me. But the upside is that I'm putting him first since I think No Cap is the least terrible out of the rest of these niggas. You know what I'm saying? Whatever, never mind, moving on. Huncho, on the other hand, who I briefly spoke about in the other video, makes no substance chicken Alfredo music, bro. That's quite literally the only way I can fully explain
chicken
it.
Alfredo music for the
I briefly
girlies.
spoke on is that the only thing worse than music being bad.
Hey, the funny thing about Huncho is that he got a couple songs in there where it's like he's trying to make that reference point to click with both sides, but it's just like, I feel like if anybody got a little bit of sense or they don't really listen to that type of music, he gonna be missing the point every single time. Like, I like music, I just like to listen to different shit, so I give it I give it a better shot. Like, I regressed from needing a lot of lyrical substance and a good beat to like being like, you know what, sometimes shit is just for vibes. Like he said earlier, some shit is just for vibes. Like, we kicking it, having a good time. You gotta have certain music in the background, like, because you put on like it's a different music for a different crowd. Like, you can't start a kickback or have a function going with Cole playing in the background unless this is a Cole type of function. Because a Cole function is not finna have Huncho music playing also to follow up right after it. It just doesn't mesh together well. But if you got Huncho, Lil Baby, swing over to No Cap, who's that one nigga? T Grizzly, all of them back to like in a rotation. That playlist flows way better than if you got Cole, Kendrick, and fucking Jid and et cetera, you know what I mean? So just because this is the mainstream of what niggas is fucking with, they all have to go together, which means that they all kind of get like supplementary contact, you know what I'm saying? Everybody is sharing the audience a little bit.
Bad is music that has nothing going on in it. Like, it's just there to exist. I also said that no one is asking to cut this man on, bro. If you're requesting to cut this on, get the fuck out of my car, number one. But number two, I'm sorry, bro. I'm just gonna look at you like you're a low vibrational human being, because what would you be telling me to cut this on for? Like, real deal. What do you want to listen to him for? Unless it's his old music where he was like way harder and more aggressive, then fine. But like, and I've seen this online that like people complain that he makes music for women. I don't really care about that. It's a lot of good artists that make music for women. But the problem with Huncho is his music for girls doesn't even sound good enough to where I could bypass that. You know what I'm saying? And what's funny is Huncho wouldn't be so terrible if he fixed his auto-tune,
make a thumbnail, sorry.
I can't be the only one that hears it as like nails on a chalkboard. I don't know how to explain it. It just physically hurts to hear.
I deserve it. I make it worth some. I don't care what you're worth.
Like, everyone else on this XXL shit was
Yeah, his auto-tune is a little OD. It's just like, it's not even like you can't tell the type of, like, to fill in the blanks kind of auto-tune that I would call it, because it's what a lot of R&B artists use, the fill in the blanks auto-tune, so that you don't got you can't tell when they missing notes. His shit is just robotic AI auto-tune. That's, yeah, bro, get out of here with that.
Rapping, albeit not that great, but here comes Huncho sounding like that damn robot from Invincible, and I just can't listen to that shit, bro. I literally can't.
I'm on my block still, tell me why would I leave?
And do
No. No, I thought he was talking about the other nigga, the one that's like a super rich villain. I thought he was talking about him, because I made a joke about that shit a hell of a long ago. He said, I know where you live. I was like, is this nigga trying to sing or making a diss track on a nigga? Like, bro, dog.
Not
I don't
get me
remember his
started
name
on
though.
these
I haven't seen that in a
2018
long ass
royalty-free
time.
beats he be getting on, bro. They genuinely make me sick to my stomach. We have so many good producers out there, so many different sounds, and it just really boggles my mind when niggas will pick beats like this out of everything you could find. But you know what, bro? Looking at the amount of support he gets online, I'm genuinely glad that he found his lane that he stepped into, bro. Good for him.
I'm dead after a 10-minute roast session on this nigga. Hey, I'm glad you found your spot though. I mean, I guess you can't fully hate it because it works, but it's just like, yeah, bro. He just had to roasted this nigga, used him as the poster child for having trash music, and then said, "Hey, bro, but good on you for having for making a lane."
You, man. See where everybody fuck with you. It's like you speaking from like the woman's perspective, in a way. Like you speaking from your men's side, but you still speaking from like what the women like, what they thinking, or like, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? And I fuck with that because real shit. This is little like real shit though. Like,
notice his wording right there, right? Like what he's saying. What he's saying is quote unquote real and the quote unquote truth. I think there has to be a level of relatability that people are drawn to when it comes to his music as well, because like I said before, I think that's just the disconnect with me personally, because I'm more of a sound person and the lyrics are, you know, more so an afterthought for me, which I guess since I'm a quote unquote old head, as y'all say, would be shocking.
How old
But,
is he?
you know, the sound to me personally is ass. It is what it is, bro. Look, man, at the end of the day, I'm more so just disappointed with how accepting we've become of no innovation in the rap game. Like, it's like,
Hey man, that's across the board with content. Like, I mean, low key, as a reaction person, that's kind of, it's not no innovation, but it is definitely like a cheat code sneak through. Like, it's a bob and weave for making your own vid. Like, cause I'm making my own vid, but it's because you dropped a vid for me to watch at the same time. You dig me?
like, I just feel like if people keep making this kind of music, people will just find it okay to just be surface level. And I mean, I don't know. I guess because people just don't really care. They just want to hear music. It just becomes this super meta conversation that I'm just literally not ready to have right now. I feel like if that's the kind of music that y'all like or whatever, cool. You know, whatever.
I think I got what I needed out of this. There's still like 30 seconds left, but we get what he's saying. I understand what he means, but that's all for this one, yo. Just drop a comment down low if you listen to low vibrational / if you got something that you would recommend. And I'll catch you in the next one, bro. Peace.